Now, we have made it 16 out of 16, and the number 2 team in the Big 12 coaches preseason poll and AP preseason poll, number 14, the Iowa State Cyclones. I'm Missy Heydrich. Thank you for being part today of the Big 12 Women's Basketball Media Day presented by New Era. Coach Bill Fennelly, 31st season in Ames, Iowa, and if you didn't hear it earlier, the dean of the coaches of this league. 800 career wins. Congratulations, sir. A year ago, 23-12. They were 12-6 in Big 12 play. His 3 student athletes that are with him today: junior setter Audi Krooks, junior forward Addy Brown, and junior guard Jada Williams. Welcome, ladies, to all of you. Coach, I'm going to start with you. It's been a while since you've been able to go into a season in Ames where there isn't something really crazy going on in college athletics. So we all deal with this. But you've always held true to your motto, the Iowa State way. And so what is that? And how is this team giving that and showing you that throughout practice and your prep as you think about this season?
First of all, thank you all for coming. We appreciate your interest. I think for us, it's about how we do things every single day. We are a big believer in attitude of gratitude. We're big believers that we are blessed to get to play at Iowa State, to play in a great league. And it comes down to, I know the world has changed in college sports, but at the end of the day, it's still about the relationships you have with young people. It's the relationship they have with our fans, with each other. And I will tell you, like you said, this is my 31st year at Iowa State, and this is a team that I don't know that we've had in 25 years, as far as the kind of people, how they go about doing their business, how they represent themselves, their families, the school. It's been amazing to be around them every day, and I'm just really excited for our fans to get to see them play because they're really good, and we have a chance to be a very, very good team.
You get them in the gym, we all see all the things that happen off the floor, but when you get them in the gym, what has struck you about this group and their competitive spirit and what they're bringing to get you to that position to be ready to play once the games start?
It's a very coachable team. You know, a lot of people say they want to be coached, which means tell me what I want to hear. These kids really have embraced it. And the one thing that they do, I've always been a believer, they're really good teams that I've been around are not just player-led, but player-led in a way where they kind of coach each other. And we do a lot of time where we let them communicate during breaks. I tell the coaches, don't go talk to them, let them deal with it. And they're very mature. Their basketball IQs are very high. They understand what they need to do individually and collectively. One of the things that we talk about is, what do you do well and what do your teammates do well? And if you can combine those things, possession to possession, that translates into successful teams. And this group has really, really done that in a way that like I said, we haven't had that in a long, long time.
You look at the landscape of the college game, not only of where the Big 12 is and the teams and the players, but on a national level. Where does this conference stack up, and what does it take to get your team ready for that grind that you're going to see come January?
Well, I think the thing about the Big 12 that I've been impressed with is if you look at our league, whether it's the last 2 or 3 years, 75% of our league is either new to the league as an institution. We have a lot of new coaches. There's a lot of youthful enthusiasm there. We have a lot of great players. It's like anything else. You have to win games. You have to play at a high level. The people in this room have to look at us and give us the chance that some other leagues get by default. That's just the way it is. And you can't, it's like I tell our players, if you want something to happen in your life, you can't just, hope is not a strategy. It just isn't. And you have to figure out, so for us, play at a high level, have All-American kind of players, and win at a high level in the NCAA tournament so that people view you in a way that I think this league will be viewed over time, especially with the talent we have and the new young faces in our league.
Fantastic. All right. I know we've got a couple questions out there. I'm going to pose one each to our student athletes. I'm going to start with Audi Krooks, preseason Big 12 Player of the Year and a first team all-conference selection a year ago. You had that super sophomore season, young lady, and then spent a good part of your summer with USA Basketball, claiming a gold medal in the FIBA World Cup. Can you talk about that experience and how it shaped you getting ready for this junior year?
Absolutely. What a blessing and an honor to be selected to that AmeriCup team, coached by Kara Lawson, one of the best in the business. But I think that really helped prepare me for the season by forcing me to be a little bit uncomfortable with a new coach, uncomfortable with a new system of basketball, and uncomfortable in a foreign country. And so I think that I learned a lot of valuable lessons. I learned, some of my shortcomings as a player. I learned a lot about my strengths as a player. And I think that helped me prepare me for the season, because now I'm able to take those lessons and bring them back to my own team and integrate that into how I lead this team.
Love it. I love it. Addy Brown, preseason All Big 12 selection. You were a second team All Conference selection a year ago, started every single game. There were 35 of them a year ago. Coach always says that they love versatility in players. You absolutely fit that bill. As you prepare for year 3 in Ames, what did your offseason look like in terms of your focus of where your game needs to go to continue to elevate it?
Yeah, I was kind of in an uncomfortable position this offseason with an injury, my first real injury, I would say, that kind of sidelined me, which was hard as a competitor to watch from the sides. But, still being a great teammate, staying engaged, and just I think that also kind of forced me to pay more attention to my habits off the court. So sleep, nutrition, rehab, lots of rehab. And those are the things that, when Coach Finn goes and asks WNBA scouts and the coaches, that those are the things that they look at. Every player in the league is going to be good, but what are you doing off the court to give yourself an advantage? And so I think that comes a little bit with just maturity. It wasn't something I was focused on my freshman year, I'll tell you that. But just focusing on those little habits to give me any kind of advantage. And I think that's helped me with my endurance so far. And just obviously I think I'll play a decent amount of minutes, but how can I be more efficient in those minutes that I play?
And how are you feeling? Feeling good?
I feel great.
Okay,
yeah, I feel great.
That's a good sign.
Ready to go.
He smiles. That's a good sign. All right, Jada Williams, you have transferred to Iowa State from Arizona. You're originally from Kansas City, so welcome back home. You started every game a year ago at Arizona. What do you think you bring to the floor for this Cyclone squad? Why was it the right fit for you?
I think my game is definitely passionate. I wear my heart on my sleeve, and so my challenge this year, I challenge myself to kind of bring things out of people that they don't know they have in them. And so bringing that dog out, bringing that vocal aspect out, and I think that's something I bring naturally. I love what I do. I love being vocal. I love leading, and I like taking that pressure. As a point guard, it's pressure. You have to, the losses on you, the turnovers are on you, things like that, and something I've done my whole life, so now it's natural to me, and so I'm super excited just to get out there. I'm playing with the best in the country, so.
Sounds like you're ready to go. All right, I know we have a couple questions out there. We're going to start right there. Introduce yourself, folks.
Cindy Brunson, representing the University of Arizona today, where I am very familiar with Jada Williams. Hello, Ice.
Hi.
That's nice. I know it's a big goal of yours to get invited to Kelsey Plum's dog camp. So what have you added to your bag? We know you're a leader. You're going to be a vocal core on this team. But what about the skill set? What have you added to your bag on the floor?
Yeah, I would say for me this offseason, I focused a lot on being consistent from mid-range, consistent in turnovers, consistent in three-point percentage, all those things. Just the more consistent you are, the better you are. And so I have goals. I have my personal things. But for me this year, I'm focusing a lot on just team success. I'm super excited to be here. Had a rough 2 years mentally and things like that. So being in a situation where everyone believes in me, everyone's pouring into me, it really has encouraged me to work on my mental health, make that a centerpiece in what I'm focusing on, as well as pour back into my teammates. We come in every single day. I love them to death. I never would imagine that I'd be this close with every single person on my team. And that's something that I'm blessed. God put me in this position for a reason, and Iowa State has exceeded all my expectations.
I know we've got a question right over here. Go ahead.
Hi, Adele Maupin, KMKC News. I had a question for Audi first and then a question for Coach, if that's okay. You and Addy Brown have been mentioned as one of the most dynamic duos in the conference. What do you see as the strengths you bring together, and how do you intentionally play off of each other?
Man, the strengths that we bring together, I think we kind of run the floor really well together. The high-low game is nearly unstoppable. She's really versatile in what she does. I'm really well-rounded and consistent in what I do. So it's just a really big challenge. She's 6'2", I'm 6'3". She can shoot, and I can score in the paint. So it's just a really dangerous duo, and it's something that teams have had a really hard time trying to stop. And now continuing to add Jada, continuing to add more players and add more experience, that's just going to become more difficult for those teams to do.
Thank you. And then, Coach, with stars like Krooks, Brown, and Williams joining forces this year, how do you balance giving them freedom on the court while also maintaining team structure?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is this is their team. This isn't my team. We do have things that we feel we can do to be successful. We have a foundational style of play, but now that they're juniors and understand what they do well, we let them go. We're not nearly as I used to. That's why I'm so great. I used to worry a lot more about all the turnovers and stuff like that. Now it's more about what are we doing to create a situation where they're comfortable, they can play the way they want to play. And they're just so skilled that, again, it goes back to what do you do well? Our job is to try and minimize the mistakes and help them learn what they're successful with, and how do we combine that, and how do they, because that's the greatest thing about basketball. It's 5 people have to do it at the same time at both ends of the floor. And if you can do that, that's where successful teams, become not just good teams, but championship teams and teams that are special, that it goes back to the national attention that teams and individual players get.
We've got one more question right over here.
This question, Greg Eklund, this is for Kansas Public Radio. Bill, for you, and then Jada. First for Bill, some of your favorite memories are here in Kansas City, and I'm wondering if you could reflect on winning that last championship in the conference at the old Municipal Auditorium, and then under a new format and an expanded format, your thoughts on how everything went last year. And then for Jada, growing up, did you ever have a chance to see Iowa State play at the old Municipal Auditorium?
Kansas City is a phenomenal place. Everything about the community that embraces this tournament, unlike any place in the country. Winning that tournament was truly one of the highlights of my professional career. To have our family there, to do it the last time in Municipal. So many great memories of Iowa State fans in that building. It probably was a little bit of karma, probably, that we won, and obviously a phenomenal facility here. And it's always something that our fans plan their spring break about. Most people go spring break to Florida or whatever. Our fans come to Kansas City, and they love coming here, and they love to eat, they love to drink, they love to watch basketball. They love everything about this place. So our job is to come and stay as long as possible to help the economy. That's our job. And we look forward to doing our part.
They love that. Jada?
Yeah, definitely. I think any tournament that came through Kansas City, I was there. I'm like, Mom, please, please, please take me. I want to go. So she would be stuck in there, but she's a basketball head too. So I was blessed with her to be able to take me everywhere I wanted to go. Big 12 tournaments, men's, women's, NAIA, anything, I was there.
Well, we love to have all of the Iowa State fans here in Kansas City because, as you said, they feel it, they love it, and they embrace it. We want to wish the very best to all of you. Good luck this season. We look forward to seeing you back here in March in this building.